Toronto.
Who's that?
Ill Vibe. Local rapper producer, Ill Vibe.
Yeah, that's nice. Was he hip hop? Strictly hip hop?
Yeah. Now he's doing more like lyric videos, but yeah, he was a big hip hop star. But let me tell everybody listening, welcome to episode 1295 of Toronto Mic'd, proudly brought to you by Great Lakes Brewery, a fiercely independent craft brewery who believes in supporting communities, good times, and brewing amazing beer. Order online for free local home delivery in the GTA. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh, homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. Getting hip to the hip. An evening for the Downey Wenjack Fund on September 1st. The Moment Lab, brand marketing and strategy, PR, advertising, and production. You need The Moment Lab and Ridley Funeral Home, pillars of the community since 1921. Today, returning to Toronto Mic'd to kick out the jams is Jay Douglas. Welcome back, Jay.
Greetings, my brother, and to all the beautiful fans out there in radio land, TV land. It's good to be back here.
Well, it's good to have you back. You are one of my favorite guests of all time. I loved your visit in September 2020. We had it in the backyard. Do you remember that?
That's right. With nature, organic.
There was a bird song in the mix.
That's right.
So if people want to hear the A to Z of Jay Douglas's amazing career, I'm going to just order them to go to episode 717 of Toronto Mic'd. Here's what I wrote at the time. Mike chats with Jay Douglas about his amazing career in music, singing with the Cougars, making Rob Ford dance, and the history of reggae music. We chatted for over an hour, my friend, and I'm glad to have you back.
It's nice to be back. You know, the vibration of the music keep us going all the time, man.
Well, you just flew in. Where did you fly in from?
Seattle, Washington.
And what were you doing in Seattle? You should have stuck around. The Blue Jays are there now.
You know what? I went by T-Mobile Stadium. I took some pictures, and I was next door to where the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. Yeah,
I was right there at the arena, man. You know, I went to. Oh, by the way, they're doing a documentary of my life story.
Who?
TVO is involved, and
Is Steve Paikin going to narrate this?
I don't. Maybe some of it, you know, and Andrew Munger from the same people who did Buffy St. Marie.
That was great.
Yeah, they're the same, you know.
You deserve it, man. I feel like people, you're kind of hiding in plain sight. Like this living legend walks amongst us. And our chat a few years ago, I'm like, this is one cool guy who's done some, can I swear? Do you mind if I just say a little swear word?
Oh, go ahead, bro.
This guy's done some cool shit. Okay, I said people need to be aware of the great Jay Douglas walks amongst us.
Thank you, and you're right on, because many years ago there was some young man who called me from Seattle, from Light in the Attic, and they were looking for Wayne McGee, who's from Toronto, and he did the Sounds of Joy album, and there was a track in it that was done by my drummer from the Cougars, Everton Pablo Paul. And those years with the Cougars, we didn't know we were making hip-hop beat.
Right.
So these kids out there, these rappers out in the West Coast, there was a few albums made here, and one got out there, and they wanted to sample Dirty Funk. That's the name of the track. And so they couldn't find the guy who did it originally, and he's from Montego Bay. With myself, Wayne McGee. So they tried to find him for a couple of years, and then they couldn't. So they told me, you better get in touch with Jay Douglas. And it so happened that I knew Wayne McGee from Montego Bay. We started out in the business.
Yeah.
So I had to find him, because I haven't heard from him in a long time. So I happened with some help. I found him in an apartment in East York.
Wow.
Not in the business anymore, mental issues. And so I called the young man, Matt Sullivan from Lightning Attic out in Seattle, said, I found him. They go, are you serious, Mr. Douglas? You're not I said, no. You know, I gave them the sister of Wayne McGee. They flew right. They said, well, I said, y'all better come out right now. And they came to Toronto.
Uh-huh.
And would you believe the worst winter storm? I was so embarrassed.
It's not. Hey, that's not on you, man.
But they rented a SUV and maps, and they found their way around. And
Okay, East York.
And I introduced them to all the early reggae artists to the present. You know, Jojo Bennett from Satellites, Bob and Wisdom, all the artists. And they found material here that was taken for granted for years.
Just like getting
Dusted
dusty.
off,
Yeah,
man.
I was going to say.
Dusted off. They didn't put any politics in it. Went back, and the album, they reissued the Sounds of Joy album with Dirty Funk, the hip-hop track. And then follow after that the Jamaica to Toronto album.
Yeah.
With the Cougars, all these artists from Toronto.
Dust it off.
Yeah, and
okay.
it's one of
Set it free.
biggest project. It was so large when I went to London, England, and I told them I'm with the guys in Lightning Attic, Toronto, Jamaica to Toronto.
Yeah.
HMV, they treated me royally, and you know what they said? They said, you guys in Canada, lucky you had the opportunity to have a CD release. He said, if we had it here in London, we would have put it in Wembley Stadium. You guys are so lucky and blessed you don't even know.
Well, I'm honored you're even here, my friend. We got a lot of ground to cover because as we play your songs, and spoiler alert, we've got 11. People are used to the 10 songs, but we got 11 because Jay Douglas is worth it. So 11 songs, and we're going to hear you talk about the music, and this is going to be a true treat for me. But I'm going to start with a song that's not on your 11. So let's listen to this, and then I want to ask you about this gentleman.
The loveliness of Paris seems somehow sadly gay.
This is from the Ed Sullivan Show.
Glory that
That's
was
Mr. Tony
Rome is of
You can't mistake that
another
voice.
day.
So
No.
this is like his signature song,
Yeah.
but we got the sad news this morning. Tony passed away today.
No, really?
96 years old, yeah. I would not joke about that.
Bless his soul. Bless his. Oh, man.
But you guys are cut from the same cloth. That's why I wanted to talk
man,
to you.
I
But I'm
didn't-
sorry for having to drop that news on you. Last time I dropped news on a legendary musician about the death of a hero, it was didn't go well. But I'm sorry, my friend.
Wow. May he rest in power, man. That's a singer's singer.
Well, tell me a little bit because you're a band leader, and I feel like you and Tony Bennett cut from the same cloth.
I appreciate you just saying that in the same breath. We in the business, we call these one of the godfather of the industry. The way on and off the stage, how we appreciate the gift from the Most High, the Supreme Being, because we are messengers of peace and love. What we do, we appreciate it. We're blessed to deliver the message. We don't put ego and politics in this kind of blessings that bestowed upon us. And when we listen to him, we listen to the Godfather, we learn how to sing properly. Diction and the magic. Oh, man.
Yeah, I hit you with a big one there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This news just broke,
Well, really.
a couple hours ago. But
Oh, man.
this is Tony Bennett on Ed Sullivan Show
Yeah.
singing "I Left My Heart in San Francisco."
That's a signature.
That's his signature song.
And he would come to Toronto over the years at the Imperial Room at the Royal York.
because he had that relationship with Gino Empri.
And Mr. Janetta.
And
Patty Janetta's father.
okay,
Yeah.
and you were there, man. It's like people don't realize the connection. Tony before his massive comeback, okay, because Tony had a big comeback, but there was a period of time when Tony was not as hot
Right.
And in that period, there's a lot of Toronto activity.
That's right.
For Tony Bennett.
That's right. At the Imperial Room. Those days, from Monday night to Saturday night.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we'll let Tony play us out here. I want to hear a bit more Tony, and then we're going to start with your first jam.
Oh, respect.
So buckle up, Jay. You're going to enjoy this.
Wow.
To bear.
Listen to that diction.
Let's see if the puzzle fits so fine. That's when I'll discover.
Can I say something?
Of course.
When you listen to Maestro, you listen how the band, the musicians, they give him room to breathe. This is how they did it, you know? Listen how they don't get in the way of the voice. He's breathing, you know?
I hear that.
When I come home to you, San Francisco. Your golden sun will shine for me.
Oh my gosh. No.
Now, Jay Douglas, one more question before we get to the next song. Are you ready to kick out the jams?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. Good Lord. Yeah. Oh yeah. Brother Louis.
Now, these are your songs. You're welcome to talk over them.
Yes.
I'm going to play, and then I would bring it down anyway.
Yeah,
But
can I?
talk to me.
Now, this gentleman here, bless his soul. Oh, as a young man in Jamaica, not many of us could afford radio. But bless those who had it. If the neighbors had radio, we would listen still, like it's our radio. But then the sound system, you know, they have Sound Clash today.
Yes.
Those sound systems, they were like jukeboxes. So these records would come in by the ship from New Orleans to Jamaica, the port. And the sound system guys, they would compete to get these shots so they can beat up on each other.
Right.
And Mr. Jordan, his band in the early years entertained the troops, the U.S. troops abroad too. And he was also an actor. So here's what, James Brown, Little Richard, Prince, Michael Jackson, Usher, and the young man today now, he won so many awards the other day. I'll tell you his name. They're all coming from Louis Jordan Vines. Yeah, they're all, you see them, they dance, they're lively. They're all the same. Little Richard, all of them. Otis Redding, they're coming from this foundation.
It all starts here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gonna keep, so let the good times roll.
Oh yes, let the good times roll.
Do you remember the first time you heard this song?
Oh, as a kid, listen, the sound system, because in Jamaica, you didn't have no noise control police. So when the sound system with the horns, those horns in the trees, the whole town would light up.
Wow.
So it stays with us. It stayed with me until I came to Canada. I could afford to collect these vinyls.
Right.
Bruno Mars too. That's who I was
Bruno
thinking.
Mars. Okay.
Yeah, he's up the
very
same
talented.
vein.
Yeah.
Louis Jordan.
I knew it
vein.
would come to you. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to help you out. I said
Thank
it's
you.
going to come to him. It's going to come to him.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start. And again, that's like I consider that like a bonus jam. We still have 10 to go. Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for this second jam?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
kick it.
Oh, oh Lord. There she goes.
My baby don't care for the show.
Ooh, get ready.
My baby don't care.
Miss Nina Simone. And as a kid,
My baby just cares.
they came to the Caribbean, Jamaica, and they were big stars even before they became stars here in North America. Listen to that.
And races,
Listen.
my baby don't care for. High tone places. Liz Taylor.
Liz Taylor.
Not a star high. And even Lana Turner smile. Something he can't see.
You hear that downbeat?
My baby don't care. Who knows? My baby just cares.
The melody from the acoustic bass. Listen. The sweetness. Hear that? And it put magic in your feet. You had to move. So one of the great sounds and labor in Jamaica, Studio One. That's the downbeat.
I'm just pinching myself. I got Jay Douglas in my basement talking to me about the songs he loves. This is fantastic.
Well,
Just
those are
educating.
foundation. Those are foundation, man. Oh,
And you're like the conductor. You can have it. You can bring it up. You can bring it down. I'm watching
you,
you, man.
man.
I'm feeding off you.
but I love the way you make it breathe, you know. But it's the vibration into the soul, you know. What it says, you know. Be happy. Groove.
Have you ever met somebody, Jay, who doesn't love music and wondered what's wrong with them? Like, there are certain people who are like, I don't care for music. And you're like, okay, that's a red flag, right?
Well, hardly, man, because even if they didn't love the music, when they hear music, especially like Nina and others, it's the only international language of joy. So wake up, you know. Taylor is not his style.
Sing it, man. Sing it.
No, even Liberace smile.
Something he can't see.
Woo.
It's something he can't see. I wonder what's wrong with baby.
Hear that voice? And they didn't have no melody or equipment to. True.
This is pure
And natural. Olive oil, you know?
You got it.
My baby just cares for me.
Oh, yeah. Pure and natural. Yeah.
All right, we're rolling right along here.
Okay. Now, the influence of the American blues or music that came into Jamaica, especially in the North Coast where I came from, Montego Bay, that's the Blues Busters, our very own from Montego Bay. They helped me. They taught me harmonies, how to deliver yourself and stage. So when they left Montego Bay to Kingston to record it with the great Byron Lee and the Dragoneers, this was their first hit. And we all as young singers or artists, everybody wanted to be the Blues Busters. And this is great Blues Busters. Great harmonies. Because when I started out singing, I sang with another friend of mine from school, Errol. You know, Buddhas and Clive, that's what they call us. So we start learning harmonies from an early time as young boys growing up. Listen to that. Lloyd Campbell and Philip James.
Behold,
So when Sam Cooke would come to Jamaica to do a show, he chose these guys to be his opening act, the Blues Busters. And they moved to the United States, and unfortunately they didn't get nowhere because they ran into Sam and Dave. They wish they had gone to England.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sam and Dave was hitting hard. They couldn't, no way.
There wasn't room for another?
No.
Wow.
But
you
they had a
think
good
England
career.
would have appreciated them more?
Well, they sent for producers in England, sent for them, asked them to come to England, and they chose the United States, you know, because they thought they had a better chance making it the United States. It didn't work. To be my bride, come a little closer.
I want you
To be right by my side. Yeah, we're proud of the Blues Busters, Jamaican grown, Montego Bay.
come a little closer and
No. Great Byron Lee and the Dragoneers.
And I love how your songs are all connected because you just dropped this name. So let's get to jam number 4.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Now you talk about a singer. The great Sam Cooke. He was a visionary. One of the first artists, black artists, to have owned his own label. Production. He was amazing. I gotta throw something in. You listen to this song here.
Yeah.
There's a harmony going on. I should tell you. That's Lou Rawls
Get out of here.
harmonizing with Sam Cooke. Bring it on home to me. Listen to Lou Rawls. There you go. That's Lou Rawls. Yeah. Big hit.
Listen to that voice on Sam. It's unbelievable.
Pure. Because he started out singing gospel with the Soul Stirrers.
Right.
And then he changed.
Right.
What a voice.
And he added the E on Cook.
That's right. That's right. So he would come to Jamaica and he had the Blues Busters opening for, and he wrote a song for the Blues Busters. There's Always Sunshine. Yeah. The more you listen, you can hear Lou Rawls.
Oh, now it's all I hear. Let me hear it. There it is.
This was recorded in Chicago. Whoa! And if I may say, God bless these great artists, man, because when these songs hit the chart, we start singing them like we own them. And it gave us a chance to do so many things, you know, traveling, performing. So now you know why I'm not afraid or ashamed to say God bless America. This beautiful side of America, what they gave us, the glitz, the showbiz, the artists, dressing properly, being accountable. That's what we got from these foundation cats.
Well, listen, we're talking here. We have many more jams to go, but we're talking on July 21st, 2023. I'm hoping people will hear this episode for, centuries to come, right? So I got to timestamp it because you're at, Jay Douglas, you're at the Beaches Jazz Festival tomorrow, right? Performing Jump Blues, Chicago Big Band Blue, Soulful Ballads, New Orleans Rhythm and Blues. It's all...
And reggae.
Reggae, of course, all that you can hear on your latest album, Confession. So that's exciting. That's tomorrow.
That's right.
Okay, you're gonna rest up. Yeah. What time tomorrow? Do you know what time you're performing?
Yeah, I'm at 9 p.m.
Okay,
tomorrow night.
That's a good slot, man.
A good slot. I'm grateful.
You deserve it. You deserve
Thank
it.
you. Thank
right.
you.
So if you're listening to this, because I'm going to drop this right away because I need people to hear it before July 22. But yeah, Beaches Jazz Festival, July 22. You can catch Jay Douglas here. But let's get to that next jam.
The great Otis.
Sitting in the morning sun.
Oh, man.
Another voice, eh?
I'll be sitting
I remember when the Cougars, we were in Montreal.
watching
Expo.
67.
Yeah, and because we had to leave Toronto and go, there wasn't much happening. So Cougars, with myself, Everton, Pablo Paul, Dizzy Bark, all these cats, we went to Montreal, man, and he was supposed to be coming for Expo, but whatever reason, didn't happen. But then they said he's coming to Toronto, but he didn't make it to Toronto. So I missed that, didn't get a chance to see the great Otis Redding, man. Unbelievable, man.
This song was released posthumously, so we lose him way young.
Yes.
Way young. I want to say maybe 23 years? I don't know, man. Early.
Little later than that.
Okay, maybe 25, 26. Okay, but this is the first ever posthumous release to go to number 1 on the Billboard Hot
That's
100.
right. That's right. Not only that, before he became famous as an entertainer, he was a cab driver.
Hey.
Yeah, he drove a dude to Stax that afternoon to do some recording. So he got in there, dropped the guy because he's supposed to be waiting for the guy was doing a session.
Right.
So he met Booker T.
Yeah, in the MGs there. Yeah, of course.
He talked to him and said, "Hey man, I'm a cab driver, but I can sing. You gotta get me." And he talked. So after the session, it was Booker T, the drummer. He said to Cropper, he says, "Listen, man, this guy gonna kill me, man." If he said he can sing, and he just kept on talking. So I told him after the session, we'll get you. And so please, man, because he's been waiting, give him a chance. And they gave him a chance to sing a song to you. And then he did. These arms of mine, and the rest is history.
The rest is history, man.
Otis Redding.
What a voice. And it's the whistle. But you know what? More Otis after we hear your next song. Because like I said, everything's connected here. Everything's connected. So let's get to this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My favorite singer of all singers, male and female. This is the mama.
Number 1.
Oh my goodness. I saw her at Ontario Place. Saw her in Montreal. God bless Aretha, man. Those days, she could take your own original and make your number 1 hit.
Well, everybody knows, but let's not bury the lead here. This is, of course, Otis Redding's song, but let's face it, now it's Aretha Franklin
That's
song.
right. That's right. Look what she did with Bridge Over Trouble.
Yeah, right, well.
Those days, you pray and hope that Aretha would touch your stuff. Oh,
Wow.
you should hear her sing opera. All that stuff. She sang it all.
Another pure voice.
Yeah. Oh,
The day she passed away, Molly Johnson dropped by.
that really?
Yeah, speaking of jazz greats. Yeah,
Oh, and she played a mean piano. Yeah. And her at the time, her music director was King Curtis. Yeah, the great King Curtis.
Wow.
There he is. Can you feel the groove?
She's unbelievable, and this is one of maybe the greatest cover of all time. But now I'm thinking of another great singer who took a song and made it hers. Tina Turner took Proud Mary from CCR and made it hers.
That's right. That's another great. She said just passed away. Oh yeah.
Passed away.
Oh yeah. I saw her at Club 888, which is the concert hall now. Davenport, New York.
Yeah.
Saw Tina
Masonic
live
Temple.
there with Ike.
They're bringing that venue back. Have
That's
you heard
what
this?
I was told that.
I just read that the other day, which
They
is
should.
because, and I say every time we talk about the concert hall, I point out shout out to FOTM DJ Ron Nelson.
Yes.
So he's on CKLN. He's got a show called Fantastic Voyage. He's the first guy playing Mishi Me, Maestro Fresh West. He's the Dream Warriors, and he's bringing those first hip hop bands, the American hip hop bands, to Toronto. He's the guy who would bring, Public Enemy, so many Big Daddy Kane, so many of the hip hop pioneers. He would bring them, and they would play often at the concert hall there.
Well, I'd like to tell you this. I just did 2 tracks with him.
That's a cool cat.
Ronell. Oh, he's amazing.
Love that guy.
I've been in the
because
business
he
a
turned
long.
it into reggae now. It's all reggae for DJ Ron
2
Nelson.
beautiful tracks, and I've been in the business a long time, but I learned some stuff from him that day, which I'm so proud of him. He's a great guy.
When does the documentary come out? I skipped over it a little quickly there, but the TVO's making a doc about you. Do you know when that might?
With those other
Sure.
people who made the documentary. Sorry,
On Buffy Sainte-Marie.
something Plains they're called.
Okay.
But Andrew Munger, he's the producer, and Graham Matheson is the film director.
And this is this a 2024 thing we can
Yes.
see? Okay.
Yes.
All right,
And
I'm going
it's
to keep
about-
my eye out.
And there, Matt Sullivan from Light in the Attic, whom I went to interview with in Seattle, they're involved too.
Okay.
It's in good hands.
Things are happening for you, Jay Douglas.
It's a great country, great city. I'm so proud of you all, man, and for what you've done, everybody. This great country of Canada. God bless Canada, man.
God bless Canada. All right, so I'm just doing the math here. We have 5 jams to go.
Let it roll,
This is
bro.
amazing. We're going to let it roll, but I just got to give you a couple of gifts real quick here. All right. What do I got? Okay, real quickly. This is for you, Jay Douglas, because you made the trek here and you're kicking out the jams of me, and I just love this. Ridley Funeral Home have been pillars of this community since 1921, and you never know when you got to find something in the dark. This is a flashlight courtesy of Ridley Funeral Home, so I'm going to give that to you, Jay. Thank you, Ridley Funeral Home.
Thank you. I needed to, because at night when I'm sleeping, I get a dream about singing a new song. I wake up in the night to find my recorder to record, because if I sleep it out, I'll forget the melody when I wake up, so I need a flashlight.
Okay, you know what? Just to know that the Ridley Funeral Home might have a role in the next great Jay Douglas jam. Okay, that's amazing, actually. Okay, but I have more than that. I want to also give you. I have a frozen lasagna for you, courtesy of Palma Pasta. Palma Pasta. They have 4 locations in Mississauga and Oakville. Delicious, authentic Italian food, and you will love it, my friend.
Thank you. Canada, Toronto's own Palma.
Palma Pasta.
Okay, looking forward to dig into this.
Oh, it's delicious. I can vouch for that. And also,
Thank
since I'm
you.
giving you gifts, one more gift and then more later, but I want to give you some fresh craft beer courtesy of Great Lakes Brewery. They brew it right here in Southern Etobicoke, but you can buy it all across this fine province of Ontario. So thank you, Great Lakes. Thank you, Palma Pasta. Thank you, Ridley Funeral Home. Thank you, Jay Douglas, because we're going to kick out this next
And
jam.
thank you, too. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you for thanking me. See how Canadian we are?
God bless.
Okay.
God bless.
Here's another banger.
Oh,
Got your highest sneakers on.
no, this is the real Godfather. I'm telling you, man. My first time, as a student at Central Tech, we had to rush home after school to catch the Mike Douglas show, TV show, because James Brown would be in the kid. We all went home, man. Black and white TV. Woo!
Do you remember the venue on it's in Mimico, right down the street, actually, on Lakeshore? It was called the Mimicombo. Do you remember this venue at all? It was like a roller rink, but they had concerts there.
Yes.
There was the first time James Brown played Toronto was at the Mimicombo on Lakeshore in Mimico.
Well, I saw him at Maple Leaf Gardens. Oh my goodness. He did the split.
Hardest working man in showbiz.
He did a split, and the whole garden, Maple Leaf Gardens, blocked out. No light. No kidding. For about 16 seconds to 17 seconds. Light came on. The Godfather was out in the different outfit. Don't ask me how we did.
He's hardest working man.
Hardest
That's how-
working man.
You're the second hardest working man in showbiz. So.
Still, thank you, man. Thank you. But this is a great inspiration. He was a great inspiration for me. His precision, his musician, the band, the shot, you know, just pure magic. Listen to that band.
Jay, you had me at hello. This is the Godfather, like you said.
And then you could see the flames beside him. 3 brothers. Oh,
yeah.
You know just where that. You're beautiful, mama. Most of all, you are.
oh,
There's no doubt you're out of sight. Out of sight.
precision.
It's interesting, Jay, because I'm looking at your jams here, and you got the bonus jam. But here's what's interesting. Sometimes I'll get somebody coming over to kick out the jams, and they'll have, let's say, a Bob Dylan song, and there's a Pink Floyd song, and there's a Bruce Springsteen song, and the songs are like 7, 8, 9 minutes long each, okay? And it's like, okay, because I like to play, I don't cut these songs down. We're playing the whole thing. I'm looking at your jams, okay? We've got some jams here. A couple of your songs are under 2 minutes. Most of them are under 3 minutes. Like this is just of an era where it was like, don't bore us. Let's get to
That's right.
We'll get to it.
That's right. That's right. We got that over the years we were taught these stuff. Don't bore the DJ or whoever.
Right.
You know, because time is precious. You know.
Right, and then it's all about it was all about radio play, right?
That's
so radio back then didn't want to play a 5-minute song. So.
And the camera guys who at those days, they would get very ruffled if you wear too many white outfits, white shirts, and because it wouldn't be good for the shots.
Gotcha, interesting.
Yeah, but with technology improving now, that might have changed now. But those days, but it still stays with me. Try not to wear or do certain things coming from the old school.
Well, listen, it works for you, man. So stick to what works. But now that
but I'm open to.
Listen, you're evolving with the times here.
Thank
you. You said the word technology. That triggers a PSA, a public service announcement from yours truly. If anyone out there has old technology, like an old smartphone, or maybe it's a not so smartphone, or maybe you got an old printer or an old television, you have old electronics, don't throw it in the garbage because those chemicals end up in the landfill. Bad for everybody. You go to recyclemyelectronics.ca. You put in where do you live, and it tells you the closest depot that has been accredited by the EPRA to safely recycle your electronics and your technology. So that's a PSA. Remember this URL if you're throwing away some old tech. It's called recyclemyelectronics.ca. You ready for another jam, Jay?
Yeah, you got it.
Jam Master Jay, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
You're my love.
Sheps and the Limelights. This is very touching, moving. Why? As a young kid, now you have American Idols in Jamaica. In my time, is what the show was called Pick a Star. It's a talent show. You have Simons. Well, we had Fear Johns, the man, and he would come to Montego Bay once per month to pick a star, and at the end of the year, a grand final. So we would go to, after school at 3, we would rush to the Palladium Theater in Montego Bay to get audition by Diz Barker and Jojo Bennett. And they would say, okay, you come back at 8 o'clock tonight for the show, same night. And this was one of the first songs we performed, Errol and Clive.
Really?
That is
so what's your reaction when you hear this in the headphones right now?
Yeah.
Are you back there? Like a
oh
time
God,
machine?
yes. Listen
amazing?
to the singing. Not only that, when we did these shows, you think Simons were tough? No.
Yeah, Simon Cowell, yeah.
In Montego Bay, the people who came to see you that night, you had to be accountable. If the band made a mistake, you couldn't turn around and look at the band. You couldn't be picking your fingers. They gave us what we needed to to travel the world up until today. So it means so much. And if you notice, this is the original cut, Sheps and the Limelights, not Jermaine Jackson. Right. So this song stays with me into my next life. And that night we got a second prize at the talent show.
And that's the dawn of this. What we have today.
A little kid beat us out for first prize.
Okay, what happened to that kid?
Oh man, I'm looking for him. He sang the Lord's Prayer at the age of 9, and he kicked her butt.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you know what they say. It's better to finish second than to win like that kind of a show, right? It's
but that's how we got started, and that's how my career started.
I love your origin story, and I love hearing you tell that story during this song. And it's this is more pure voices.
Yes.
Like,
pure singers. Pure. Those days you had to sing to get an applaud and respect.
No auto-tuner.
I'm not. Oh yeah. Your daddy's home to stay. I'm not 1,000 miles away. You had to sing it out from the diaphragm. Thank you so much.
Love it so much. No, thank you, man. These are your songs, and we still
foundation, man.
Listen, like I said, the songs are short, but these stories are awfully sweet. So we got 3 more to go.
Respect the foundation, man.
What about, like, did you ever see a band like the Tragically Hip? Have you ever seen the Tragically Hip?
Oh yeah, in Toronto here.
Okay.
Many times. Oh yeah. So, actually, I followed them in some of the rooms, the bars, in the early years.
In the early days,
yes,
like, with the EP.
Yeah.
Okay, because a member of that band, Paul Langlois, guitarist, he was here on Monday. So this has been a big music week. I had Paul Langlois here. I had Robert Priest here. Now I have Jay Douglas. It's been like a completely, like a thrilling week for me. These are like my favorite episodes.
And while you're talking about these great local acts,
yeah,
we could talk about George Oliver, Grant Smith and the Powers, Eddie Spencer's. These are great, Diane Brooks, Sean and Jay Jackson, Bobby DuPont. These great, you could go to the whole Club Blue Note at the time. See these local great artists, Eric Mercury, I'm
glad you're shouting them out because, there's a method to my madness by shouting out the Tragically Hip, not just to promote Monday's episode of Paul Langlois, which is very good, but you, my friend, you were there, right? You love what you do. You're like a living testament to the power
great
of
Ronnie Hawkins.
The late great.
Yeah.
We just lost him too.
Yeah.
That's, Tony Bennett died, we talked about that, but it's like the only guarantee in life is that one day it will end. Like it's this reality that, we're here for, and yes, you want to say something, go ahead.
Good.
I was going to say, we're here for,
I'll let you finish.
No, just that what is it? Warren Zevon once said when he learned he was dying, and David Letterman was asking him if he had any advice because he had a terminal illness and he was going to die soon. And then he said, enjoy every sandwich. Okay. Enjoy your life. You're enjoying life, and just enjoy it because we don't know how many years we get on this planet. And you wanted to say something.
Here's the deal. I'm enjoying life. I do my very best with my diet, healthy food diet, and a healthy spiritual diet. Now, the important thing for all of us, I can speak for me. I know that in this life that we all have to enjoy, when it comes to an end, that spirit moves on to another life. So for me, I can speak, it's important what I do for the younger generation. So when they said, who was Jay Douglas, was all about, he did this, was very good. So the young generation can pick up where I left off with goodness and mercies and positive vibration. And we moved on into the other life.
So let me ask, so if I make a statement, because I just realized what I said and how it would be like perceived by you, right, with your beliefs, is that I said, I think I said something like, we have but one life to live. And you're sitting there thinking, not true. Right?
Well, it's not I'm saying that true, because I am not going to say I'm 100% right, you're so wrong. But here's the deal.
Yes.
Life is a spirit. It's an energy.
Yeah.
It doesn't die. Energy. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. It goes continuously. No matter what man does, you can't stop that process. And we're connected to the universe. I don't know if I'm losing it.
No, Jay. I'm interested. No, I'm interested in how you see the world.
Yeah,
you have a couple
to,
of years on me, so I can learn from your wisdom, right?
I believe we're connected to the universe. You know.
Well, you definitely are connected to us via the magic of your.
And you and I are connected spiritually.
Well, we're connected now because you're an FOTM, okay? I'm the TM in FOTM. Don't forget that, Jay Douglas. Here. Okay, before we get back to the jams and more Jay Douglas, I did bring up the Tragically Hip. So I had two reasons for bringing up the Tragically Hip. Well, three. One, I was legitimately curious if you had ever seen the Tragically Hip live. Because sadly, we won't see the Tragically Hip live again. But secondly, I wanted people listening to us right now to know that they should listen to Paul Langlois on Toronto Mic'd as well. He played live down here, and it was fantastic, and it was a great chat. So do that. But third, last but not least, on September 1st, 2023, there's an evening for the Downey Wenjack Fund. It's called Getting Hip to the Hip. Again, September 1st, 7:30 at the Rec Room. I urge everyone listening to come on out and enjoy it. There's going to be a Tragically Hip cover band. There's a live recording of Getting Hip to the Hip. Jamie Dew, he's an FOTM. He's behind this, and it's a fantastic project. So go to gettinghiptothehip.com. Write that down, gettinghiptothehip.com. And when you buy your ticket, not very expensive. It's like $40, I think. But you can use the promo code FOTM10. So FOTM10. You can save 10%. Come on out to the Getting Hip to the Hip evening for the Downey Wenjack Fund and hang with me. So, Jay, that's a great night. That's the night after TMLX 13, which is my event at Great Lakes Brewery on August 31st from 6 to 9 p.m. So lots of great events happening. Again, Jay Douglas is at the Beaches Jazz Festival tomorrow, and you can watch him perform. Do it while you can. We're just lucky that we get to witness the magic of Jay Douglas. And on that note, 3 songs to go. Let's kick out. Here's a word for you, okay? Anti-penultimate. People talk about, we have your final jam and we have your penultimate jam, which is the song before your final jam. But did you know the song before the end is called the anti-penultimate? You can use that, okay? So anti-penultimate jam. Here we go.
I love that. I'm performing this tomorrow night.
Like
This is a great Roscoe Gordon. Can I tell you a story?
Of course.
I got a phone call one day from Derek Andrews when he was at Harborfront as the director. He said, Jay Douglas, this is Derek Andrews. I said, hey, Derek. He says, have you heard of Roscoe Gordon? I said, yes, sir. When I was a kid in Montego Bay, Jamaica, we used to dance to his music because it came in from the States.
Right.
He says, well, I got him coming to Toronto. I want you to put a band together for him. I said, are you serious? He says, no, here's his number. I called Roscoe. So I phoned him. He was living in Jersey. He says, who's this? I said, Jay Douglas. He said, you're the young man who's going to put the band together for me. I'm coming up to Toronto. I said, yes, sir. He said, listen, I want you to put a good band together with a big horn section, but I want all saxophone, no trombone, no nothing, all I'm running out of tone. Baritone, Perry, what was his name? Anyway, great on. We did a show at Harborfront. He's a great man. But this man single-handed helped create reggae music.
Okay, tell me that story. It's in the song.
Listen.
Let's hear it.
The strumming, he played piano, and he was at Sun Label with Elvis Presley at the time as a piano player.
Right.
So this beat went into Jamaica, and they copied the way the piano.
I hear it.
They slowed down to rocksteady, then reggae, ska, rocksteady. This is the man.
Roscoe Gordon.
Yes, with Fats Domino.
Surely
all
I
those
love
old
you.
blues guys.
Fats Domino.
This is the man. You hear the piano?
Yes, sir.
You so make it hard. I will to love it on the field.
Whoa, surely. It's on my new CD, man.
Is that Confessions?
Yeah.
Where should people go to get Confessions?
Oh, they can
Church,
go online.
that was a trick question. No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
they,
go ahead.
they can go online, and it's all on YouTube too, but it's It's all out there, man.
Okay, the latest album from Jay Douglas here is Confession, singular, by the way. I don't know why I put an S on there. And, of course, you can see him tomorrow at Beaches Jazz Festival. And we now have the penultimate jam. I got to get my word in. So we did the anti-penultimate. All right, let's simmer down, everybody. Here we go.
Oh, my goodness. Woo! The brothers. So this, my first time going to Studio One, Sir Coxswain, who I ran into. I went for audition, and guess who was there? The Wailers.
Wow.
And this was the song they auditioned.
Just yesterday, Donovan Bailey was here.
Oh, really?
Yesterday. And he was wearing a Whaler shirt. I should have taken a picture of him.
Big shout out to Donovan, man.
He's on his way to Jamaica right now, for 2 weeks. Yeah.
God bless him. So hear that young Marley voice?
Yeah, it's a young Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I tell you what, listen to his voice. That band, that group, when they started out, he was not the lead singer. It was Junior Brathwaite. Beautiful, but this song, Bob wrote it, and the rest is it. He was driven. I look back at that day, how he was driven. Yeah. Listen to that. Beautiful. That's ska, man.
This is the beginning of it all. This is
yeah, that's ska.
Yeah.
And it all came from the American blues.
It's all connected, man.
They all connected.
Love it.
Just like when we're connected spiritually.
Love it. Well, listen, I feel a connection to you.
Yeah. And then the GJs would go on. They rapping. This is where it started. Big Daddy, come tonight. That's where rap came from.
Yeah, like the toasting, right?
You got it. You were born in Jamaica too, eh?
I wish.
The toasting, that's what they called it. And that's where hip-hop came from.
And that's, if the FOTM's listening, that's where the name Toast came from.
That's right.
It's all connected.
You Roy, all them cats.
Oh, man, I'm actually sad we're down to one more jam. I'm glad you got the bonus jam. Now I think we should have given you like 50 bonus jams, okay? One song to go, and it's a great song for a beautiful summer day. But so let's catch our breath here. I'm going to play the last song, and then it's all over. We're going to take a great photo before you disappear. And I do have the Palm Apostol lasagna for you in my freezer, so don't leave home without that.
And there's something else I want to take with me. That word you use,
anti-penultimate. Okay, well, penultimate. So Simmer Down was our penultimate jam. Roscoe Gordon was our anti-penultimate jam. Now we have our final jam. So other than tomorrow, so obviously tomorrow at the Beaches Jazz Festival, because I'm worried some people won't you know how it is. When you get a new podcast, you want to listen to it, goes in the queue. And maybe they don't get to it till Sunday or Monday or next week. And they're catching up and they're like, oh man, I missed Jay Douglas at the Beaches Jazz Festival. Where can we go to find out other places we can see you live?
And by website, and also, I should tell you this.
Yeah, tell me everything.
I'll be at the CNE, the band shell, August 24th with the great Marcia Griffiths from the I-Trees.
That's massive. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the 24th of August,
yes.
CNE Grandstand.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll be going to Huntsville too.
Huntsville. I used to have a buddy. I had a buddy that had a cottage in Huntsville. We spent lots of time
Country,
there.
August 13, the North Country.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody listening should see Jay Douglas when you can and get Confession, his latest album. And here we go, Jay. Final jam.
You hear that? Woo! Guess who?
Just makes you smile, right?
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. One heart. Let's get...
Come on, I got my One Heart Toronto shirt on, Jay.
man.
Come on.
But that's what it's all about. Let's all get together and feel all right. and listen to him again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, interesting to hear his maturing of his voice. Like
Yes.
you can hear him in Simmer Down, and then you hear him in One Love.
Yes. And you know who owned part of this publishing?
Who?
Curtis Mayfield.
Love the Curtis Mayfield.
Because part of this song is People Get Ready. This is people. That's
See, that's a fun fact.
yeah,
Love
People
it.
Get Ready melody. But Bob had the One Love. Two great writers.
Yes.
Now this is Marley's part. Get together and what an anthem, eh?
I know, absolutely an anthem. Is Bob Marley the world's most famous Jamaican musician?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Is Usain Bolt the world's most famous Jamaican athlete?
Yes.
Even Donovan would agree to that.
And
Usain Bolt's
Donovan
the
is
king.
up there because they both won.
Well, yeah, but Donovan born and raised in Jamaica, but he was pretty young when he moved to Oakville.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Yes.
he's
Yeah.
Canadian, but he
Yeah.
loves his home country of Jamaica.
Yes, and he's contributed a lot to this great country of Canada. A lot of love and respect to the brother and to all of them. And you know, the world's a big stage. Everybody's got a part to play. You're playing your part. We all got something to contribute to this great planet Earth.
And I cannot wait to see the Jay Douglas show on TVO, and that's fantastic. And you deserve everything. You deserve it all. I meant it when I said your first visit way back in September 2020. One of my favorite episodes of Toronto Mike of all time was chatting with you about your career in music.
Thank you, man. And I have some great people like you to thank. Eddie Bullen, my producer, Bernie Pitters, Pablo Paul from the Cougars, and all the great people out there, man, you know, who are still working with us and make it happen. And most of all, my great fans.
Your great fans. That was like an Oscar speech there. I was like, Jay Douglas accepting his Oscar. I love it. Jay, this
Now I
won't be
gotta
the
get
last
the
time.
Juno first.
You know what I think? Yeah, you know what? How many nominations now? 3?
Yes.
And no wins.
You know, but hey, you know, still carrying the message.
Well, you're a loving man who is a kind, gentle soul. I'm not, okay? So I'm going to make some noise about this, okay? I'm going to make some calls. It's time, Jay Douglas. I don't know, Lifetime Achievement Award from the Junos, okay?
Thank you, man.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
It's still, you know, everybody's playing their part. And thank you so much. And thank this great country of Canada, man. God bless Canada. You know, you were talking about the recycling.
Yeah. Recycle my electronics.
It's amazing how they have it together in Seattle, man.
Okay.
Oh.
We're falling behind. Seattle.
Ooh.
They got it going on. Seattle again. You're not there now. You're here, but the Blue Jays are there. I believe this is like
but they're really on top of the saving the
recycling.
planet. Oh, big time! Everything is, you know, really nice.
But the CN Tower is still better than that Space Needle, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Amazing. And that brings us to the end of our 1,295th show.
Oh man,
I saved the best for
it
$12.95.
went so fast though. Yeah.
You know what? You'll be back. I know you'll be back because when that doc is airing on TVO, I'm going to see if you'll drop by again.
Thank
Maybe
you.
kick out different jams.
Thank you,
find out
man.
what's
It's
going on
always
there.
a pleasure. Thank you.
You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Toronto Mike. Now, Jay, I don't think you're active on the Twitter. I see you there, Jay Douglas. Yeah, like you're there, Jay Douglas of music, maybe. I
Yeah.
want to say, but the best way is your website, right?
Yeah.
So go Google Jay Douglas.
And I'm
find
on
his website.
Instagram and all that stuff.
Okay, Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow Jay on Instagram. See
Or
what's
get
going
in
on.
touch with my publicist, Eric Alper.
Shout out to Eric Alper, man. I love that
and
guy.
Greg Gooden too.
Okay, Greg too. Okay. Our friends at Great Lakes Brewery are at Great Lakes Beer. Palma Pasta is at Palma Pasta. Getting Hip to the Hip is at Getting Hip Pod. Remember to use the promo code FOTM10 when you buy your tickets. Recycle My Electronics are at EPRA_Canada. The Moment Lab are at The Moment Lab. And Ridley Funeral Home are at Ridley FH. See you all next week when my special guest is This is something. Fergie Ulver. See you all then.
Sports.
Sports, yes.
This is a good one.
The class struggle explodes, and I'll play this guitar just the best that I can. Well, maybe I'm not, and maybe I am. Who gives a damn? Because everything is coming up rosy and green. Yeah, the wind